Breaking: Virginia race called for Youngkin. There were historic gains made over 2021. Glenn Youngkin, a Republican, appears to have defeated Terry McAuliffe, a Democrat. With 94% of precincts reporting, final results show Youngkin winning with a margin of about 2 points over his rival. Both Decision Desk HQ and Dave Wasserman of the Cook Political Report have called the race for Youngkin. Both Decision Desk HQ and Dave Wasserman of the Cook Political Report have called this race for Youngkin. McAuliffe was the governor of Virginia from 2014 to 2018. He was going to be the favorite person to win back this position. Virginia law says that governors can't serve more than 1 year in a row. McAuliffe was ahead in the polls during a lot of the campaign. But by October, it got close with no one in front. A Fox News poll released Thursday showed Youngkin ahead by 16 points. McAuliffe had an advantage in the polls, but by October, she was close to being even with her opponent. A Fox News poll said that Youngkin has a bigger lead over McAuliffe, 53 to 45%. On the day before the election, a poll was taken and Youngkin had a slight edge. A turning point in the race seems to have been when McAuliffe declared during a September 28 debate, "I don't think parents should be telling schools what they should teach." Education soon became a leading issue in the race. A poll released by the Washington Post's SCAR School found that 24% of people said education is the most important issue in the election. That number was 15% in September. The next highest polling issue was the economy at 23%. The Post pointed out that before the debate, McAuliffe held a 33-point lead among the so-called education voters, but in the most recent survey, that lead had slipped to 1%, 47 to 46%. Youngkin was ahead of McAuliffe by 4 points in the economy. Throughout the campaign, McAuliffe wanted to show that Youngkin was like President Donald Trump. Trump lost Virginia to Joe Biden. A Democrat said Youngkin created hatred and division just like Donald Trump, and that's why Donald Trump, his final campaign is going to be for Glenn Youngkin here in Virginia. We don't want Trump. We don't want Youngkin. We don't want the hatred and division. Youngkin seemed to realize during the campaign that he needed Trump's base vote. Youngkin accepted Trump's endorsement in May. On the day before the election, Trump told people who supported him to vote for Youngkin. He did this by having a live event on television and by talking about it in public. However, Trump did not campaign in Virginia. Washington Examiner correspondent David Drucker tweeted Monday, "I've talked to Virginia Republicans and other Republicans working Virginia races. They can live with Trump saying nice things about Glenn Youngkin from afar. What they didn't want was a pre-Hushvagov election day visit and or rally in the Commonwealth." A lot of people think that the Virginia governor's race can tell us how the next elections will play out. In 2009, a Republican won the election in Virginia. He had 58.6% of the vote and beat a Democrat. He was the last Republican to be elected as governor of this state. Virginia voted for the Democratic presidential candidate Barack Obama in 2008. He won by just over 6%. In the 2010 elections, the Republican Party won the House of Representatives. Because of a Tea Party revolution, they got 63 seats and retook Congress.